Welcome to Doodle Magic. Today I wanted to do a session with sitting with desire. So something you want to have in your life or create or to bring in. So we're going to use doodling as a way to focus and amplify the energy of something that matters to you, something you want more of. So desire as an energy is really powerful. It's life force is pointing you towards expansion. Everything that you desire in life, your goals, your dreams, are not for the thing itself. It's not for the dream. It's not for the goal. It's for your expansion. But often we either chase it frantically through working hard to proving ourselves through exhaustion, or we doubt it's possible, so we don't even try. So this practice is going to help you sit with your desire, anchor its energy in your body, and create space for it to flow into form. So first, just take a deep breath. Feel your feet flat on the floor. Center yourself in the space where you are right now. And just ask yourself, what do I most desire right now? It can be simply to experience joy or peace or comfort or play. It may be something more tangible, like an opportunity, maybe financial ease or a relationship. Whatever it is, name it clearly. And if you'd like, you can write it at the bottom of your page to let this page become a container for that energy. So what is it that you most desire right now? Can you boil it down to one word? Be very specific and clear. And when you have it, just write it at the bottom of your page. And then you're going to place your pen or marker in your non-dominant hand. You're going to let that hand move across the page freely, not trying to dictate an outcome. You can do this with your eyes closed or open. You can go slowly or quickly. You're going to do a loop, zigzag, swirls. I like to do one flowing line and close it. That's my preference. You do what you want to do, what wants to express itself. You're bypassing the controlling mind and just letting your body open to possibility. So just let that be some randomness on your page that doesn't look like much of anything. That's okay. And when you have that, look at your doodle and just notice the sharp edges where lines intersect. And you're going to round these out and then fill in that space. So you're going to soften those sharp corners, round them out by rounding them out. And then I just fill in the gap. Now, this is how, if you've ever taken neurographic art, that's how they do it. I like to do this as a second step of just allowing the shapes to emerge, the softness to emerge by tracing each shape loosely. So you can see I'm not going over the line perfectly. I'm just retracing as often as feels right, very loosely retracing those shapes. And that naturally softens those corners inside those shapes. So go ahead and just soften all those intersections, those corners. You can just round out the corners or redraw those shapes inside, whatever feels right to you, without thinking, just trusting. So you want to be inside your body while you're doing this, simply trusting what wants to be expressed or emerge. And the reason that we round out those sharp corners is that the sharpness in imagery is read by your nervous system as resistance. But by smoothing out those sharp points, you're literally smoothing the resistance between you, and in this case, what we're doing is desire. So you're smoothing out the resistance between you and what you want to have, to create, to express, to be. Smoothing out that resistance, letting it melt, letting go of whatever's in the way, of the reasoning, the why it's not possible, the difficulties. And you teach your body that this desire is safe and it's possible and it's welcome by being in this softening energy, this letting go, this surrendering to what wants to be expressed. So as you're rounding out, you can imagine you're simply softening any doubt, any fear or blocks. Anything that gets in the way of receiving. Now you can see I'm rounding out the outside because there's sharp edges, sharp corners on the outside as well. So I want to go around and soften those as well. And then I'm just filling in those gaps between those sharp edges and the rounding. And simply filling that in without thinking, just letting my marker move on the page, seeing what wants to be filled in. There's no methodology to this. I'm simply allowing my marker to move about my page, filling in, rounding out, tracing, shaping, and really not thinking about it too much, if at all. Just allowing the marker to do the expressing. When that's complete, when you feel like you've rounded out all those sharp corners, filled in the gaps, you end up with some sort of random doodle that is softened. Now you want to look at the shapes that have appeared, and each shape might represent different aspects of your desire, different pathways that it can take, different forms that it could appear in. You don't need to know that. You just want to notice what wants to be expressed in each shape. You might want to color them in. You might want to leave them as they are. I like to draw patterns in each shape. Just let your intuition guide you. Again, staying inside your body, centered in your body, in your heart space, and simply feeling into what is calling inside each shape. So you're not trying to plan, you're just following the flow of your desire. What wants to be expressed, what wants to be represented. So again, you might be drawn to color. I am drawn to doing patterns. Whatever you feel drawn to do, honor that, follow that. And as you fill in the shape, just imagine that you're pouring energy into the desire itself, charging it with attention, with focus, with trust, letting go of the resistance to that desire being possible. It's very meditative. You're basically simply allowing the marker to do what it wants to do, or your colored markers to do what they want to do. Trusting the flow. Not thinking. Simply being with your drawing and allowing it to express itself. What wants to express itself on the page. So you're not forcing anything into form, you're aligning with it, holding it close and letting it expand naturally. And when it feels complete, take your time. If yours doesn't feel complete, keep playing with it. But when you feel complete, just take a moment to look at your page. And it's not a picture of the desire, it's an energetic imprint of you sitting with the desire, focusing on it and inviting it into your field. So notice how your body feels right now. You feel lighter, more expanded, more certain. Does it feel more possible? This practice shows us that manifesting is less about chasing and more about attuning, bringing your whole self into resonance with what you want to create, what you long to have, to be, to create. And this practice shows that manifesting is less about chasing and more about attuning, sitting with, bringing your whole self into resonance with it. So congratulate yourself for giving your desire this level of focus, this loving attention. And when you return to this page later, it will serve as a reminder of what you called in and the energy that you anchored here today. Have a great day.